Tonight, runners aren't the only ones preparing for Grandma's Marathon this weekend. Local businesses are getting ready too, and they're hoping for a big boost to their bottom dollar. Plus, lawmakers in Minnesota are back in action for a special session focused on the state's budget. And the Grand Rapids community is coming together to honor a local paramedic who died on duty. We'll take you there as they remember Troy Betcher.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. After a year of virtual racing during the pandemic, Grandma's Marathon will once again be welcoming thousands of athletes and fans to the Twin Ports this weekend. It's one of the region's first major events since the pandemic started. CBS3's Emma Quinn joins us in studio. Emma, you spoke with local tourism leaders. What exactly are they expecting for this big weekend?
Well, Kristen, Grandma's Marathon runners and visitors typically mean anywhere between a $9 and $12 million impact for our region. Those with Visit Duluth say they're not quite sure what exactly to expect this year. Part of that has to do with the limited capacity in all three Grandma's Marathon events this weekend due to the pandemic. This year, there are about 9,600 registered participants for all three races. In 2019, more than 15,500 athletes finished either the full marathon, half marathon, or the 5K. Now, Visit Duluth President Anna Tansky says while they're excited to see non-COVID restricted events returning to the Twin Ports, they say it's too early to predict the economic impact this weekend will bring. With the shortage of employees in the hospitality industry, Tansky says some local restaurant and hotel owners are worried about keeping up with the demand and doing so safely.
With restrictions having eased only recently, we're just not sure yet if we're going to see full capacity at our hotels, at the restaurants. We hope to. And
now, Canal Park Brewing Company is one of many restaurants preparing for the busy crowds. Although they are short-staffed, they say it will be an all-hands-on-deck working this weekend. They add they will continue to follow those COVID-19 safety precautions. And tonight at 10, we'll hear from other local restaurants who are preparing for the big weekend and their anticipation for the large events to return.
Well, you can certainly feel the excitement here in Canal Park, that's for sure. CBS3's Emma Quinn reporting for us tonight from the newsroom. Thanks, Emma. And just in time for Grandma's Marathon weekend, Duluth's Lake Walk is officially back open. Over the weekend, crews removed fences blocking the newly reconstructed path. It cost roughly $17 million to fix this section in Canal Park. The Lake Walk was damaged by several storms over the past year, but now it is back in business. It's been 1 month since Minnesota lifted its mask mandate. Our local health officials say they've been waiting for this key milestone to measure how COVID cases have trended. Statewide, Minnesota reported 95 new cases today. That's the 6th day in a row that number has been under 200. On May 14th, the day the mask mandate was lifted, Minnesota reported 1,300 new cases. Here's a look at St. Louis County's case data. The week the mask mandate was lifted, the 7-day average for new cases was about 24. As of last week, that number has dropped to about 6. St. Louis County's public health leader Amy Westbrook credits the vaccines, but she says locally vaccination rates have slowed down quite a bit, with about 65% of the county's population 16 and older vaccinated. Westbrook says just because we're seeing low case numbers now is not an excuse to skip the shot.
What we don't want to see is a resurgence in the fall, or providing opportunity for more variants to come in or develop in our communities. So it's still important to get vaccinated.
Meanwhile, in Itasca County, they reported about 21 new cases over the last week. As of last Monday, the county's 14-day case rate per 10,000 residents was 11.5. That's down from a recent high in the mid-80s. A new health study from Columbia University's School of Public Health is looking at how heat, humidity, and UV rays may impact the spread of the coronavirus. Many have questioned whether COVID-19 will eventually be seasonal, with the coronavirus spreading more at certain times of the year. Now, a new study finds meteorological factors such as warmer temperatures, increased humidity, and higher levels of UV radiation are associated with decreased transmission of COVID. The co-author of the study says the data suggests in the winter, COVID will be more active, which could lead to more outbreaks across the U.S. during the winter months. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. We're not talking about winter right now because it has been a beautiful weekend and leading right into today.
And today's high temperatures were still pretty summery, though they weren't as warm as they were last week. Now, in the last hour, Kristen and I were chatting about a fire danger alert from the National Weather Service covering the central parts of our region. That's been put to bed in the last hour. So as temperatures cool, well, we're getting out of the trouble zone, at least temporarily. It may pop up again tomorrow, but for the rest of the evening, we can breathe just a little bit easier. And one of the reasons is it's not as hot. Even toastier towns today, like Moose Lake at 82, were a lot more tolerable than the 92s a lot of places got last week. Canadian high pressure's coming in. That's what's taking down the temperatures and keeping things on the dry side, at least through the first half of the week, including our short-term forecast tonight. Partly cloudy sky with a low near 50. Tomorrow, mostly sunny sky with a high of only 73 near the head of the lakes. Indeed, cooler than last week. How long will that last? Will it go back again later on? Second half of the week? I'll show you what the 7-day forecast says in more detail coming up later on here in the newscast.
Thanks, Dave. A massive tribute today in Grand Rapids for a paramedic killed in an ambulance crash. Grand Rapids paramedic Troy Betcher died in the line of duty last week after the ambulance he was in was T-boned by a dump truck. His funeral was held today at the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. Along with friends and family, close to 400 uniformed law enforcement officers, firefighters, and paramedics from all across the state made up an EMS honor guard and took part in a procession following the funeral. Commander Sean Storman with the Minnesota EMS Honor Guard says showing support for those who are killed in the line of duty not only serves the family, but also helps heal their tight-knit EMS community.
They want to extend that honor also and that privilege to come and show their condolences from wherever they were at.
Betcher was also an active member of the Warba Volunteer Fire Department. 17-year-old Joseph Latimer also died in that crash. A former NFL football player has been charged with sexually abusing a young girl in St. Louis County. A warrant was issued for Tom Burke's arrest last week, and he appeared in court today. He's accused of inappropriately touching his ex-girlfriend's 7-year-old daughter on multiple occasions. The abuse allegedly happened in her home in southern St. Louis County. The victim told authorities she saw Burke as a father figure. Burke has denied everything. A judge set his bail at $100,000. Burke was a defensive end for the Arizona Cardinals in the early 2000s. He also played for the Wisconsin Badgers and was inducted into their Hall of Fame last year. One person was seriously hurt in a fire at a Cloquet apartment building. It happened around 9:30 yesterday morning at Larson Commons. The unit was filled with smoke when firefighters arrived. They rescued the person inside, who was taken to a Duluth hospital with severe injuries. Authorities have not identified the victim or said how the fire started. The fire didn't spread beyond that single apartment unit. A Cass County woman was airlifted to a Duluth hospital after she was run over by an ATV this weekend. It happened around 6 Saturday night near Outing, Minnesota, about an hour southwest of Grand Rapids. Authorities say the 25-year-old woman was driving an ATV, towing another one behind her. She fell off and was run over by the vehicle behind her. She was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities have not yet released her identity. Minnesota lawmakers are back at the state capitol hoping to take care of unfinished business. They gavelled into a special session this morning. The goal is to finalize a 2-year budget and avoid a potential government shutdown at the end of the month. Democratic House leaders say 4 of the 13 unresolved budget bills are ready to go. That includes higher education, agriculture, commerce, and energy. Lawmakers are also expected to discuss police reform. Leaders expect the special session to last between 7 and 10 days. A big win for Enbridge today as Minnesota's highest court upheld the company's Line 3 replacement permits. The Minnesota Court of Appeals 3-judge panel ruled in that decision today. They agreed the state's Public Utilities Commission made the right move in granting Enbridge its Certificate of Need and Route permit. Enbridge is in the middle of replacing the decades-old pipeline. It's been deteriorating and can run at only half capacity. In a statement, Enbridge officials said today's decision was expected. They said their Line 3 project has passed every test through the 6 years of regulatory review. The Minnesota section of their project is about 60% complete. Enbridge expects to finish work on Line 3 by the end of the year. And you'll remember last week, more than 1,000 tribal and environmental activists gathered at Line 3 construction sites trying to block the project. Today, spokespeople for those groups shared a statement. They said today's decision is disappointing and paves the way for state agencies to disregard environmental health. Now they're hoping President Biden will pull the project permits like he did for the Keystone XL pipeline. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, back in 1975, a U.S. Steel site closed down in Duluth, but the site left its mark on the area, how experts are nurturing it back to life after the break.
Today's Duluth Airport high temperature, 80 degrees. Tomorrow, maybe only 73, beating the normal by about a degree. Is this a big cold snap on the heels of last week's warm spell, or just a little blip in the 7-day forecast? Well, we'll show you that forecast. Let Jeff figure it out with me here, coming up after our break.
CBS 3 News is brought to you by ServiceMaster.
Celebrate the savings during the anniversary sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale, like this 94-inch Stephan sofa for $599. Plus, no money down, special financing for 3 years, and free shipping during the anniversary sale, only at Home Furniture.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs, including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
Numi Jewelers is excited to announce our spectacular 70th anniversary sale. For the month of June, save up to 70% on select jewelry. Celebrate 70 years with us. Stop in to browse our huge selection. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year. And with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
During Homeworld Rug's anniversary sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Get up to $500 off sale prices on any rug $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color on sale now. Up to 46% off regular prices. The anniversary Progressive Rug Sale at Homeworld Rugs.
He's got supporters, inciting large-scale arrests and sympathy marches.
I'm very aware of that, Mr. Hoover. What I need to know right now, what's Martin Luther King about to do next?
We must march! We must stand up!
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's got to be open season.
Looks like an army out there.
What happens when a man says enough is enough?
CBS Sunday Night Movies, Sunday, 8/7 Central on CBS.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCoppel, weekday mornings on CBS.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Yesterday, we tried to get a little bit of rain around the region, but in general, the air pressure aloft is too high, forming a cap, keeping things from lifting up too high. And the bottom line is we had a few short little bursts of rain here and there, But for a lot of towns, you got the site like you're seeing here by Lake Leander near Eveleth, and this is looking towards Babbitt down the Mesabi Range. Storms try to rise up, run into the cap, and then a towering cumulonimbus cloud doesn't quite tower enough to really drop a lot of precipitation. And now with a reinforcing shot of high pressure coming in tonight from Canada, we'll put down cloud development and temperatures for a couple of days. And we'll talk about how long those days will be, 24 hours each. But how many days will there be? Yeah, that's what we'll figure out with our 7-day forecast. Current conditions at the airport, 71 right now. Not bad. 51% for the relative humidity, getting juicy enough to put away the fire danger, at least for a few hours. Wind is calm, but could pick up from the north as the night goes on. 30.08 inches of mercury, 1,019 millibars is our air pressure, and that's gone up a notch here since 5 o'clock. So the reinforcing shot of higher pressure will go even farther in putting down cloud development, as I mentioned. Current temps running 70 to 71 in the Upper Peninsula and 69 to 78 degrees in northwestern Wisconsin. Now Superior and LaPointe have swapped positions, and LaPointe is a hair warmer than Superior, but Hayward's at 78 degrees, and that seems to be the warm spot for that neck of the woods right now. Still 81 Moose Lake on the Minnesota side, 72 Silver Bay, but down to 64 in Ely, still 77 Grand Rapids, 69 right now, International Falls. Talking about the satellite and radar map, with the highs in place, we don't see too many clouds, and they don't stick around for too long, and they may not come back with enough oomph to bring us any rain until later on this week. So let us run through the forecast. Looking ahead tonight, thanks to the high pressure coming in from Canada, it will be on the cooler side and still dry. Low temps will be near 50 with a partly cloudy sky. Getting into tomorrow, the high goes a little bit farther to the south. It'll be sunny and mild with highs from 71 to 77. Last week, what were we eyeing up? 91 to 97 for a lot of towns. So the Canadian nature of this high is making things a lot easier going for at least the opinions of some people. For Wednesday, the high starts to bring in some southerly winds into the region. It'll still be sunny, but relatively warm as well. High temps going back up to 80 degrees. Once we get into Thursday, could stay near 80 degrees as well. And that's when we finally get a low pressure system to bring us a chance for some rain. And it's really just an iffy chance. We show you how iffy with our forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, clear to partly cloudy, with low temps going about 46 near Hibbing to 54 on Park Point. For Wisconsin and Michigan, the low temps there should run about 49 from Wakefield to maybe 52 in South Superior, with a partly cloudy sky up on deck. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy sky will be up, or mostly sunny sky will be up above us, with Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps in the low 70s by the lake, maybe upper 70s inland. Minnesota numbers, 60s by the lake, and then 73 to 78 degrees farther inland with a mostly sunny sky. And it should stay mostly sunny through Wednesday with a high near 77. And there we crack into the 80s for Thursday. 30% chance for thunderstorms. That goes away for Friday and Saturday, but just might come back for Sunday, Monday. So of the 7 days ahead, 3 of them have rain chances, and we do need that rain. Hopefully at least one of them pays off.
Thanks, Dave. Cleanup is underway at the former U.S. Steel work site in Duluth's Morgan Park neighborhood. U.S. Steel turned ore and taconite into steel products there until they closed in 1975. Left behind was widespread ground contamination, including tar, oil waste, and mercury dumped into wetlands and even the St. Louis River. Now a $75 million project is underway to fix all of that.
What's going on right now is we're removing contaminants, but the end goal of the site is we want to restore it to natural habitat.
We'll take a closer look inside the project and tell you what's planned for the site's future coming up tonight at 10. Ahead in sports, the Brewers are hot and the Twins, they are not. Kelly is in with the latest good and bad with both teams next.
You're on the boat at RJ Sporting Center.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
ServiceMaster Clean is committed to providing a clean and healthy environment for your customers and your employees. For more than 65 years, we've consistently gone above and beyond the cleaning expectations of our clients. Our cleaning experts deliver the highest quality of clean you can always count on. Let us help you with all of your cleaning and disinfecting responsibilities.
Your property demands equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in. Kubota equipment is ready to get the job done right.
No one serves you better than Bullet Implement.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Hi, John from Prime Appliance. The summer sizzler sale's on now with cool appliances and hot prices like this. Medea 19 cubic foot bottom mount refrigerator, just $9.49 in white and $9.99 in stainless. Or a Frigidaire top load washer and a matching electric dryer, just $13.99 for the pair. Get this Maytag front load washer, just $10.99 in white or $11.99 in titanium. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
What does home mean to you? From graduation to the new job to sharing a life with someone else. As you change, so does your idea of home. Visit yournorthlandhome.com for comprehensive information on buying and selling your home with JS Realty, including mistakes buyers make and preparing your home to sell. Yournorthlandhome.com has the information you need to find a place that feels like home. Download your free guide today at yournorthlandhome.com.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart? The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3. Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Back on May 22nd, the Brewers were 2 games under 500, left to wonder when their offense would catch up with their pitching staff. Well, that certainly has happened, and then some. Milwaukee has been the hottest team in the league for the past 3 weeks with a 17-4 record. They've won 7 in a row at home, their longest home winning streak since 2013. The Brewers are now tied atop the NL Central right now with the Cubs, who have also been doing a lot of winning lately. Milwaukee is in a statistically lighter stretch of their schedule, but they say it hasn't changed their approach.
It's just one day at a time. I mean, there's still major league players on major league clubs. They're there for a reason. It's, and as soon as you take somebody lightly, they'll hand it to you. This game doesn't reward you that way for just being more talented on paper. You have to go out there and do it day in and day out. And so, I like the way we've been playing, kind of hot here. And so hopefully we can kind of ride this wave and continue to play well.
And they're fresh off a sweep of the Pirates. The Brewers will open a series against the third-place Cincinnati Reds, while the Twins are in a late one in Seattle. Kenta Maeda on the mound for Minnesota. In the NBA, it's a whole new series between the Bucks and the Nets is on tap. Milwaukee evened things up 2-2 yesterday after star guard Kyrie Irving left the game with an ankle injury. Brooklyn head coach Steve Nash confirmed today that Irving will miss Game 5 with a right ankle sprain. James Harden is also listed as out for tomorrow night's game back in Brooklyn. And Vikings fans can expect to see one of the team's top defensive weapons during minicamp this week. After missing all voluntary offseason workouts, NFL Network reported that the Vikings and Danielle Hunter have agreed to terms on a reworked deal that will give him $5.6 million of the $12.15 million base salary he is set to make in 2021 as a signing bonus. Hunter sat out of the 2020 season with a herniated disc and was reportedly unhappy with the state of his contract at the time and wanted a reworked deal. And the Wisconsin high school softball playoffs started today, and Superior has an early lead on Wausau West. Northwestern, Ashland, Hayward, and Northwood Solon Springs all have regional semifinals this afternoon as well. We will recap the latest brackets from tonight at 10. And it is that week in June that spring athletes have been waiting 2 years for. That's the last time a state championship took place for baseball, softball, or golf. The Northland will have a good amount of representation in the team sports this week. Starting down in Mankato tomorrow, state softball will commence. Cherry will play in the Class A bracket against the 4th-seeded Egerton at 3 p.m. And Greenway will face Annandale starting at 1 p.m. State baseball has 2 teams from our neck of the woods as well. In Class A, Southridge will play Springfield at 11:45 in St. Cloud, and at 12:30 p.m. down in Jordan, Minnesota, Grand Rapids will face Marshall. In the AAA bracket, boys and girls golf also commences tomorrow. A lot more, too many athletes to list all of them in a graphic. I tried and I went, you know what? Just too many.
Yes.
But good luck to all of our teams from this neck of the woods that are going all over. It's been 2 years since we've had spring sports, so just go out there and play.
Yeah,
Man,
play your hearts out. Very exciting. Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, Minnesota lawmakers gavelled into a special session this morning, hoping to tackle a 2-year budget plan to avoid a government shutdown. Tonight we'll hear from both sides of the aisle and break down what you need to know. Dogs from all over the country came together on Sunday to compete in the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, but there can only be one top dog. Wasabi, a fluffy Pekingese with a black and brown face and soulful eyes, won Best in Show. A Whippet named Bourbon came in second, winning the reserve prize at the 145-year-old competition. Held annually since 1877, the show is one of the oldest and most popular sporting events in the United States. Dogs from more than 200 different purebred breeds can compete, with judges determining which contenders best conform to their breed's standards. Way to go, Wasabi. That looks like a champion to me.
Looks a little like a dust mop. Remember that director we had with the Whippets? They would whip it good, running around the place like crazy. So, well, little dog, big dog, they're a lot of fun.
They are.
Weather a lot of fun this week, too, for the most part. Sunny and mild temperature-wise, both Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday may heat up a little bit into the lower 80s. And then we get a 30% chance for some thunderstorms. But otherwise, this week is going to be a lot cooler than last week.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 10.